So any other questions?
Yes, we have a couple of other questions.
Okay.
Kathy asks if you have a good source for turkey poults and what breeds.
Okay, I order those through Mary's, and I do the white turkey. I'm sure they have a name, but I know that there's the heirloom dark breed of turkey, and I don't go with that for one reason only, and it is because when you go to process them, it is extremely difficult to get all of the dark pin feathers off of them, and customers customers are used to what they purchase at the grocery store. That has been their main supplier, and so they're not as comfortable with having a turkey that has little dark pin feathers on it, whereas if you have a white turkey, if there's a couple little pin feathers, they're okay with that. So, as much as, heirloom breeds are great, and, I've been happy with the white turkeys that I raise. They do a really good, they grow really well for me. I know people has said, the horror stories about raising turkeys and this and that. I have never found that to be the case. I have done really well with my turkeys every year. If I buy 10 turkey poults in the spring, I am taking 10 turkeys to the processor. Granted, when I was growing up, we raised turkeys, so maybe I saw all the mistakes that were made when I was growing up. So now in my adult life, I'm not making those. I'm not sure, but I've been extremely fortunate with the white turkey breed. I know it has a name, but off the top of my head, it's not coming to me.
Thank you, Tony. We have a couple more questions.
Okay.
Diane's just asking, all of your livestock are sold as whole or half? Yes? Not by the cut?
Yes. Okay. No, but we do take them to Woods Meat, which is a USDA certified processor. So if I wanted to sell cuts, if I had cuts available, and occasionally when I have extra ground beef, I will sell, 5 or 10 pounds of ground beef because they're USDA certified, so I can do that. And that is one of the reasons why I use them, besides the fact that they do a really amazing job as a processor. I've been extremely happy with them. I've been up here for 25 years and have used them for that long, even before I was farming for other people, and I have never had a problem with them. They are just a really good group of people to work with. So I could sell as cuts if I had available. And again, I have sold a few cuts, but that's not really where our market has been. Not to say that in the future may not be where our market goes. But right now we sell whole chickens, whole turkeys, hogs, half whole, and steers, quarters, and half. That's how we've marketed.
Both Lori and Kathy say thank you, and Kathy said that she's also had good luck with turkeys, and she was curious and would like a local source. So thanks.
Good. Good.
We have one final question, and that's from Barbara. She's asking if you have any challenges with predators.
Well, our predator, in the years past, we've had Great Pyrenees. And last winter, last Christmas actually, not this Christmas, but the Christmas before, we lost our male Great Pyrenees. And so we hadn't had any we've had a few predator problems. We did have a cougar get in the barn, and we had some raccoons that were kind of snatching chickens out of the coop because we were not locking them up at night. But the Pyrenees had treed 3 raccoons, and so my son shot them out. And so our predator problems have been fairly minimal. But then when our Pyrenees was gone, we had fairly certain that a raccoon was coming into the barn, plucking off what I call the rogue chickens. The chickens that don't want to stay in the coop, and in the coop yard, they fly over the fence. Well, then they're kind of fair game. So, but this year we were blessed with an adult Pyrenees. We rehomed her, even though she's decided to be a house dog. I'm hoping that just her presence and the fact that she goes back and forth to the barn for chores and stuff, I'm hoping that that is going to be a deterrent, because we've not had any problems since we've gotten her. So we've been fortunate in that we've not had huge predator problems. So that's where we are with that.
Okay. Thank you, Tony. I really
welcome.
appreciate your joining us tonight and sharing all that information. Diane?
Well, I hope that you guys got the information that you wanted that's going to help you in whatever endeavor that you decide to go.
Yeah, Tony, I'm sorry your slides didn't work out so well, but we forwarded them so they got to see the pictures anyway.
That's fine. I knew what pictures they were, and I could pretty much talk from if I can't talk about what I do, I'm kind of in bad shape.
And we finished with a great picture of you and your husband together.
Oh, lovely.
Next to your Critter Crossing sign. So
oh, nice.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time, and I look forward to being able to get your pork again. We got Tony's pork for a couple of years, I guess, and I've kind of backed off because every year Tom says he's going to have a pig or two. Still hasn't happened yet.
He asked me last year. I gave him all of my words of wisdom.
He's still talking about it. Well, thank you.
Well, let me know. I'll probably get a piglet or two extra, so let me know if he doesn't go that route.
Oh, okay, will do. Have a nice evening.
All right, thanks, Diane. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Am I done?
Yeah, you are. You can stay on if you want. But,
I might listen to you for a little bit. Go ahead.
Well, I'm not seeing anything. I'm not sure what has happened.
Maybe it's something kind of what I'm seeing.
Yeah, now I'm just seeing connect to webinar, and I'm not seeing any slides of any kind.
That's what I'm seeing.
I think that's
what did they do to us?
over, Cinda, I think that is overlaying your slide presentation. Now we're in the waiting room, so Cinda's redoing her slides. Great. Okay, we're back.
So I have the mouse. Well, we couldn't go through this without some kind of a glitch. It's just a different kind of glitch every single time we do it. But that's a part of being in a rural location and just the nature of the beast, I guess. So now I'm trying to get it to go forward.
Diane, this is Cinda.
Yeah.
You'll just have to let me go through your slides. I'm sorry, because when I changed it, it messed up.
Okay, we'll go next.
Well, let me try. No, I can't try it in the middle of this. Okay.
Well, I think, like I said, marketing is something that in our household, I'm definitely the marketer, and in Stan's household, that's his thing, and Tony's, that's her thing, and then ours, it's me. And pretty much in all of our farm families, we better have one person that's really into the marketing aspect. So this evening I thought I'd kind of go through and give you, this is an overview of what our farm sales outlets are, and next slide. We celebrate 24 years at our local farmers market, and it's only been open 25, so we have been there a while. And I wanted to kind of give you an overview of how our marketing has gone through the ages, so to speak, in starting out with, when we first started out with the farmers market, it was just selling our excess produce. We didn't really start out saying we were going to be market gardeners or small acreage farmers. That kind of manifested over time. But we went into being certified organic right away, as you can see here, and in 1993 we met a chef who had opened up a new French restaurant, and we started selling to one restaurant right away, and by in the next couple of years we added 3 more restaurants. I think at our peak between 93 and 95 we had 6 restaurants in Sandpoint, and in 1995 I think we had 5 restaurants. 3 of 5 went out of business, which really made us realize that the restaurant business is very volatile and not something that we could count on. So that's when I went to a conference and learned about CSAs and started working with the CSA model for selling our produce and doing flower subscription sales as well. And then, as you see, we slowly have added a little bit more of different things every year. And as the restaurants, one of the things with the restaurants, as they have gone through their transitions, a lot of times the chefs take us with them to their next location. Next slide. And we started in '97. We started working with caterers for special events and farm tours, and then we found a chef that we could work with for on-farm events and started doing the Sunday brunch on the farm, and that was a big learning curve there. And with the chef, we did it in a way that I think we did a shared profit. We shared the costs and we shared the profit. And after 3 years, what we found was the amount of time and energy we were putting into it, we just weren't making enough, and we could only seat 24 people on the farm or on our deck for the way we had it set up. So then we switched and started doing the delightfully decadent Sunday afternoon teas, where we had music, and that was not a full meal, a little bit less work for the chef, and still for the amount of work. I mean, we gave it 3 years for the Sunday brunch. We gave it 3 years for the Sunday teas. And the reason why we did things on Sundays is because our schedule is such that that was really the only day that we had, and we did it every other Sunday, which gave us every other Sunday off. So after 3 years with the teas, we decided, well, we ended that event too, just because it was too much work for too little money. But we started doing some on-farm research, and we've continued doing more on-farm research over the years. We opened our farm stand a few years ago, and we haven't been real consistent with that. We've had, in 2008, we had it open just 1 day a week, and I think we were open 2008 and 2009. 2010, I did not open it, and we've kind of, because we had a death in the family, and people keep asking us when we're going to open it up. But what we've found with the farm stand, a big part of that was, the idea was to have 1 day a week that people could come out to the farm, and because people at the farmers market and through workshops and things that I had taught in town were always asking about wanting to come to the farm. So we just picked 1 day a week, and we call it our farm stand day. Whether the farm stand is open or not, or set up, they can still come out to the farm and do a self-guided tour, and if we happen to have produce, we're happy to sell that to them. But as we've moved forward with different things, starting to do more on-farm research, and we added the You Pick pumpkin patch, and working with the community garden project with the homeless task force. And so you can see, as an overview, we've just kind of slowly added more and more things. Next slide, please.